Apple just quietly delayed their most popular desktop Mac, and the reason why is going to frustrate a lot of people waiting to upgrade. The M5 Mac Mini was absolutely supposed to drop at WWDC just a few weeks ago. If you look at the entire Apple ecosystem right now, all the laptops and iPads are running the latest silicon, but the desktop Macs were left completely out in the cold. Mark Gurman essentially confirmed this week that the Mac Mini is delayed until October or November of 2026 at the earliest. But before you get mad at Cupertino for holding out on us, we finally have the leaked benchmark scores for the M5 and M5 Pro chips, and I am not exaggerating when I say the multi-core performance is almost catching the M1 Ultra from the Mac Studio. I have the exact numbers, the new pricing structure, and the real reason Apple delayed this machine, and it has absolutely everything to do with the massive AI data centers being built right now. Let me explain what is happening behind the scenes because the supply chain chatter is wild right now. Reports from DG Times and the LEC are pointing to massive global shortages of both RAM and NAND storage. These massive AI farms are buying up every high-speed memory module on the planet. Ming-chi has been tracking the TSMC 3nm yields for a while, and while the processors themselves are rolling off the line just fine, Apple cannot secure enough memory at the right price to build millions of these tiny desktops without eating a huge loss. So they just paused. They pushed the release back to the fall. Mac Otakara has been whispering about these supply chain shifts for months, and now we're seeing it play out in real time. We are also hearing from Shrimp Apple Pro and Ross Young about how these delays are forcing Apple to rethink their base configurations. Because memory prices are surging, Apple had to completely kill off the 256GB base model earlier this year. The 512GB option is the new baseline, but you're absolutely going to pay the Apple tax for it. I am expecting a straight-up $100 price increase across the board when this drops, pushing the starting price to $899. Honestly, I'll believe they keep it under $1,000 when I see it, because the performance you're getting out of this tiny box is almost unbelievable. Let me ask you something before we look at these exact benchmark scores. What tech gear are you actually holding out for in 2026? Are you waiting for this exact M5 Mac Mini? Or are you holding onto your cash for a Switch 2 or the PS5 Pro? Let me know down in the comments, because anyone who comments and subscribes is automatically entered to win the 15-inch M4 MacBook Air I am giving away right here. We hit 850,000 subscribers, and I ship it out to one of you. I also have an iPhone 17 Pro Max giveaway exclusively for channel members when we hit 1,500 members, and your odds of winning that are insanely high right now. So hit that join button if you want in. Just watch out for the spammers in the comments, pretending to be me on Telegram. Report them immediately. Now, let's talk about these M5 benchmark numbers because they're going to make a lot of recent Mac buyers very jealous. We have seen these chips running inside the new MacBook Pros, so we know exactly what is coming to the Mac Mini. The standard M5 single-core score is sitting at 4,254. That is a massive jump from the M4, and obviously leaves the M3 and M1 in the dust. But single-core is boring. Look at the multi-core score. We are looking at 17,480. Do you realize how insane that is? The M1 Ultra inside the Mac Studio, which was a machine that cost thousands of dollars just a few years ago, is only beating this tiny base model M5 chip by about 1,000 points. It is a completely seamless integration of extreme power and efficiency. Apple has essentially put a supercomputer inside a box the size of an Apple TV, and the graphics performance is just as wild. The metal score for the M5 is hitting 75,805. We are talking about AI-enhanced GPU cores that more than double the graphics performance of the original M1 Mac Mini. You could easily make this base model your daily driver for heavy 4K video editing and 3D rendering without breaking a sweat. But then we have the M5 Pro. This is where things get genuinely ridiculous. Single-core performance stays identical to the base M5, which makes perfect sense since they read the same architecture. But when you load up the maximum CPU cores on the M5 Pro, the multi-core score explodes to 27,945. Wait, really? It is literally beating the M4 Max chip. Let that sink in. The Pro tier is now beating the Max tier from just one generation ago, and it is doubling the output of the M2 Max. The metal score for the M5 Pro hits an unbelievable 139,295. To put that into perspective, the M1 Pro was sitting around 63,000. You are getting more than double the graphical computing power. My biggest concern here is thermal throttling. Packing this much raw power into that brand new compact chassis they introduced back in 2024 is going to generate serious heat. Apple is going to have to push the fan curve hard to keep this thing from melting on your desk. But if they manage the thermals, the M5 Pro Mac Mini is going to cannibalize the Mac Studio sales completely. Nobody is going to buy a base Mac Studio when this machine exists for half the price. They're going to bump the prices, blame the NAND shortages, and we're all going to buy it anyway because the speed is just too good to ignore.